Welcome to Judy's Mind Body. And we'll be doing a traditional warm up here with a Tai Chi Chi following. Inhale up, exhale down. This is triple burner. Inhale, expand, exhale, contract. Feel this full expansion on triple burner coming through three dantians, the head, the heart, and the abdomen. The biggest thing about a moving meditation, such as Tai Chi Chi, 19 movements and one pose, is that we want to make sure that all the joints are relaxed first. And Qigong, under which Tai Chi Chi is placed, is also under Tai Chi. So you'll see Tai Chi elements that you can play with, but this warm-up is very important. Triple burner comes through three dantians, or energy centers. The third is the head. The second is the heart. And the primary is the abdomen. Breathing in, breathing out for triple burner. Our second Qigong move will be Buddha picks up the earth. You start up high and you exhale down. And you're inhaling up through three dantians, the abdomen, rib cage, upper chest, and you push the world up into the sky. Notice how you're breathing in here and breathing out here. Make a sound like whishu. That contacts your center core here, muscles, and the abdomen. And that's very important in your breath to really feel that area connecting. And one more of whishu. Very good. Now notice how slowly you're moving. This is relaxation response. When you can inhale up here and feel that slow exhale down through three dantians, even if it's just the palms that are coming down slowly, feel that sense of relaxation because the exhale needs to be longer than the inhale. This is called the propeller. It's a spinal twist. Inhale, and as you twist, you'll be moving towards your right first. As you twist back to center, you'll inhale and you'll move towards your left and you'll exhale here. Feel the upper body so that as you move to the side, you're inhaling first, moving to the right for you. I am mirroring you back to the center or to the left and then towards the left. And one more of the propeller or spinal twist from Qigong. And shake it out. You're going to shake with your knees, your upper body, your arms, everything. And this is a typical Qigong move. That shake out means that all your joints are shaking out. All right, now we'll look behind our chair for a couple of warm-ups that will work with us in terms of going to rocking motion eventually. I'm coming to the balls of my feet. I'm lifting up my heels. Now I'm going back towards my heels and lifting up my toes. Now I have this stool here for support because accessibility is important. Inhaling up, exhaling down, that's sinking and rising. Here's the sinking, here's the rising as the toes come up. Here's the sinking in the middle over your bubbling spring. And here's the coming up on your heels here. So sinking and rising is a very important part of Qigong. And we have to do it a little bit in Tai Chi Chih, or at least be conscious that we'll need to be able to bend our knees slightly. Here's the bending here of the knees, and here's the straightening. Here's the bending, and here's the straightening, coming back towards my heels, coming forward towards my toes. All right, so some beautiful concepts that we can think about or not think about, just incorporate into our lives. Let's come to the side of this chair. So this would be facing your right side. This would be facing your left side. And I'm going to use my right side to bring my body towards this stool this morning. Bring my other foot up. This knee is slightly bent, the one that's near the stool, and I want to use the stool for support. That's accessibility. You can use these props really well. And I'm moving my left foot, but your right, or my right and your left. That's what it is. Okay, and I'm going to bring this foot up here for a tree pose here, which is from yoga. And we can do something much simpler than that if we just bring the heel to the ankle here and bring this hand up. And the knee that's bent now is the outside knee. And I'm also slightly bending the other support knee here, which is next to the chair. And you can bring that hand all the way up if you want. Yoga is very, very good. And there's a lot of accessibility work being done now. So we'll look a little bit at that now. Okay, coming back here to the center of the chair. And let's look at it. This is the tree pose. And you really want to have this all the way up to there if you're going to do that. But you can also bring it down here to just below the knee. You don't want it on the knee. And you can do a tree pose by bringing this hand out here. And you've still got the chair for support, right? And if you're really comfortable, you can bring this hand in for prayer and perhaps bring this other hand in for prayer, but you don't have to. So here's the accessibility thing here that works really well. Let's do the prayer on the other side. You're going to shift towards the stool. This will be your support leg, so it has a little bend in it. Not much you can visualize, but it's there. And you could bring it all the way up to here above the knee if you're really done a lot of yoga. But the most important thing is to not have it on the knee because that would crush the knee, pushing it that way. So I would recommend bringing your heel towards your ankle bone and trying your tree this way. And if you're comfortable, you could bring the other hand out and spread your branches. And all this is joint work. So yoga is really great for that. Let's look here now, sitting on the chair, and do a little bit of yoga breathing. So you're going to have your feet out here, probably supporting yourself here on the front of your stool or chair. See, I move front, and I'm on my sits bones. And I'm going to bring my palms up here, and I'll do a spinal twist here. I think I'll move back a little bit. I don't want to fall off my stool. And a spinal twist here, the propeller that we just did. In yoga, we would just make sure that we don't bring the shoulders up. So leave the shoulders down. Keep your back strong here. Lengthen up through the spine and twist to the other direction. So there's a beautiful propeller. And it's also a spinal twist in yoga. In yoga, we would very likely bring up a bowl and maybe have the feeling of blowing out feathers here, but it's all done without ever opening the mouth in yoga. So I like to open my mouth. Let's blow the feathers out. Come back to center, inhale, and blow out the feathers the other way. Because I want to make sure I use my core. If I make a sound here, ah, and inhale back, and make a sound the other way, oh, and come back. Yeah, I'm also using my voice, but voice flows on the gesture of the exhalation. Lots of things you can practice here. Okay, now let's bring a hand overhead. This would be a side bend. I'm going to bring my hand down to the chair itself and side bend over here to your left and back to your right. I'm holding onto the chair back here or the stool. Side bend. And notice what that does. That opens up the whole ribs so that you feel that whole extension. And you want to, of course, always do it on both sides. So one important thing is to always be working on your body, not in a negative, pushy way, but in a way that really helps all your joints. So if you put your hands right underneath your rib cage here, your fingers, and then you put your thumbs on your hip bones, you've created some space there that you really need for example, a forward bend. So let's inhale here. We're going to forward bend with a cat. You're going to round your back once you get here. Bring the backs of the palms together. Inhale, open. And notice how your back is going now. Your spine is going back a little bit here. The upper shoulder area is opening up. And that's your cow. And this is your cat. Rounding forward, being able to round back. Ah. Inhale. Oh. Inhale. Exhale. And come back to center. Okay, let's just tap the whole foot, lifting the knee. You're still on your stool here, so it's all good accessibility work. You want to get those knees so that they will work for you. Good. And now let's go to the shoulders. Inhale the shoulders forward, up, back, and down. You can either do this standing or you can do this seated. I just want to show you that for accessibility use, you're watching a movie, for example, that's boring. You might want to find a good stool that you could bring by if you're with a companion and do your own thing. Shoulder rolls. Good. Now you're going to go forward here, and we just did back. Now we're going to go back and forward. You want to get the joints always moving both directions. And now back. So back opens the front of the body, forward opens the back. So you need to really realize how important that is, that we need both this to open the back, and we need this to open the front. Okay, so let's do some swimming here. We're just doing a beautiful crawl stroke this morning. And now we're going to do a backstroke. We're still on our stool, but you could do this all standing, depending on what your body will do. And if your shoulder won't move up on this side, just use the other side or make it smaller. Don't take it so high. You know your body. And especially on Zoom, I want to say that it's really important to trust your body. If it doesn't want to do something, don't push it. Just try it to modify it in some way like this. Okay, so crawl stroke back, backstroke, forward stroke, crawl, back, stroke. Good. I really love this move because this actually uses the core again. You're going to inhale and push the water away from you. Breaststroke. Use wishu. It's a really, really very rough day. And you got to move through the water to get across the lake. What are you going to do? You're going to try. Good. So that's really core work that you need to do there, that we all need to do. Okay, let's inhale with a 3-part breath. You're going to place your right hand right now and my right hand on your belly, your left hand and my left hand on our chest, right underneath the collarbones. And you're going to inhale up, abdomen, rib cage, upper chest, and exhale down, upper chest, rib cage, abdomen. 3 deep breaths, closing your eyes. Make sure you're sitting on the stool and have good posture. And one more of 3-part breath from yoga. The tongue is going to now change to the upper palate for Qigong breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale down with your tongue on the upper palate near the upper teeth. Try 3 Qigong breaths. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. And that breath will come right down through your throat and you'll feel it all the way down to your tummy. One more. Now we're going to do the yoga prayer, touching the palms, which is prana. And feel the breath all the way down. Feel the opening here. This is the Qigong breath. You don't bring the palms together, but there's something we call qi between the palms. Feel that. That's your energy. The qi is your intrinsic energy that you want to adapt to Tai Chi Chih. And the palms between these 2 Lei Gong points is something. It's not magic, it's energy. Inhale. And we're going to play with our intrinsic energy all the way through this video. Good. Now you're going to open the arms out. This is called the accordion. Inhale, expand. Exhale back and contract your abdomen here. That's far enough. Inhale. And now look at your palms. You're actually going to be looking at them to bring focus to the fingers, to the middle of the palms. And that, without touching, is the qi. Inhale out. The palms sort of, with that focus, start to turn red. They warm up, even though we don't bring them to touch. It also brings focus to the toes. This work with the circulation in the body, with the breath, the blood, and the movement is what we will be working with Tai Chi Chih. So I look at my palms here and I say, oh, maybe they're turning red, and they are. Not as red as my shirt, but certainly in terms of my skin, my fingers are turning red because I'm exhaling here, and they want to touch, but we don't let them. You inhale, you just come back. So this is the accordion. It's a Qigong move. And you can do all of these things standing. Let's come back now to the legs. And we're just going to rest here on the thighs and just rub. Good. So now you probably feel that your palms are warming up your legs. You're rubbing into your legs. Yeah, so you can then perhaps get some water or get whatever you need for the next part of the practice, because next we're going to be moving our chair aside, at least in a few moments. I wanted to go through the side shift and the up and down shift we did, and the forward back shift, because the chair is really a great vehicle for that. So just a couple more moments with the chair, and then we will move it aside. Okay, let's come to this side of the chair. Good. Now remember, this is your left side, that's your right side. So I'm going to bring your right hip over here towards the chair, and your left foot will come up. And you're just going to hold on to it, onto the chair, however you want to, and move this foot. Good. Now there's a little bend in this knee here, your right knee. And you're going to bring your left heel up, straighten the leg, straighten the body, and drop this heel. So a lot of my students try to bring their heel way out there. You don't want that. You want to make sure that the body is up and down. It's more like a yoga, that kind of thing. Okay. Now you're going to come forward on that left foot, and this leg will bend and the back heel will come up. And now you come back towards that back foot and the front toe comes up. And that's a weight shift. You glide through the middle, you release the back heel. You glide through the middle, you release the front toe. And notice how I'm really using my accessibility prop here in my stool. I'm holding on to make sure I don't fall over. Very important for seniors. Inhale forward. Open. That's like an inhale. Exhale back. That's definitely an exhale. And my front toes come up. So see how there's a glide in the middle. When you get through the glide, you release the back heel on the back foot, right? When you glide back, you release the front toe on the front foot, and the leg straightens. When the toe comes up, or the heel, it's the yin leg, the feminine leg. It straightens. It's the resilient leg. Now, when you come forward here, it becomes the yang leg. It's bent. And your back heel comes up here on this other foot on your right side. And that's the yin leg. So you don't want to lock that leg, but it is straight. And you don't want to lock the front leg when it becomes yin. Yang in front, yin and back, yang and back, yin in front. But there is a bending and straightening that occurs with a glide in the middle. Glide back. Good. Okay. Now come to the other side. We're still using the prop for a few more seconds here, or minutes. And you're going to shift towards the chair, which is shifting towards your left. You're going to hold on there. This knee is a little bit bent there so that I can do all this stuff here. Whatever I want to do with the other leg, but I've still got a prop here. And now you're going to just really stand straight. This knee is slightly bent. Don't lock it. And then you're going to drop the front heel, glide forward, and you'll find a point where the back heel wants to lift. You let it lift, and then you glide back, and the front toe lifts. This becomes yin or straight. The other leg is not locked, it's bent. It's the yang leg. And now the front leg will become the masculine leg, yang, and the heel will come up and back. That leg straightens without locking and becomes the yin leg. So that'll be kind of important. And we're going to go next into seeing how important by doing the Buddhist walking meditation. Okay, you ready? Let's bring this out of the way. That's what you've got muscles for. You want to work on that too. Right there. And the best thing for that are TheraBands and weights. Doesn't have to be more than 1 or 2 pound weights, but eventually you really want to get the power to be able to lift things like stools. Okay? Yeah. It's really important to not be a sissy about all this, because we need power as women or men. We need the power to support our lives with our body, mind, and spirit. And it's somewhat some work, isn't it? Right. But keeping joy in all of it. Okay. So I love Buddhist walking meditation. I'm going to shift to the right here for you. Release your left foot. And we're going to pull ropes, bending the front knee, releasing the back. Now release, bring that heel down, come forward, other leg, And feel like you bring this through with ropes. Whoosh. Come back. Whoosh. And now you start toe first. Whoosh. Whoosh. Usually about 5 moves is good. We'll come back to center here, and we'll try it on the other side. Right leg. Take your time. Heel, middle of the foot, toe. Here's 5, I think. Good. Now you're going to start back on your toe over here. The leg you ended up on was there. So you're starting back with the toe on your left foot, and you're going to move towards your heel. Toe to heel. So depending on your room or space, you'll just need to modify how many you do those. Okay? And that's for Buddhist walking meditation. And basically what it teaches you is how to move from toe to heel through the bubbling spring in the center of your foot. And then how to move forward with your heel, middle of the spring, toe. Okay, it's like you're going shh. Okay, so all of those things are really good. We put our stools away, and we're going to move through the next part. Okay, we did a bunch of Qigong seated. Let's do review our triple burner standing. There's a couple here. Let's review Buddha picks up the earth standing, just a couple there. Exhale down, inhale up, push the world up into the sky and see it go. One more. Good. The accordion standing. Inhale, open the ribs. Exhale back. You'll feel the accordion get smaller. That's contraction. You'll feel it get bigger. Notice how you don't bring the palms together. Inhale out. Good. Sink it down. Grounding. Inhale to the heart. That's your middle dantian. Exhale down to your abdomen right here, 2 inches below the navel and 1 inch inside. Bring it up to your head. Exhale it down. We want to really work on the whole body. So we're going to bring this up even higher towards the head and then towards the trees. Open out. Make sure the shoulders are not super high here. You want to keep them strong in the upper back. Inhale here. Exhale down. Up to the mountains, opening the whole body, slight back bend of the upper spine. Inhale back and slowly come down. This is relaxation response when you can do a slow exhale all the way down to the core here. Let's do that one more time. All the way up, slight back bend upper spine. Coming back to center and exhaling down slowly. Very good. Now in Qigong, we have a shakeout. And the shakeout is this. You're going to shake from the knees, the ankles, knees, upper body, everywhere, all the way up to there. Okay? So start shaking. Shaking is fun. My students usually laugh their way through this whole thing because it makes me feel so ridiculous. We start giggling. Okay, you can do that too. That works. Okay, shake it out. Very good. And then after a shakeout, we're ready for another move here. Another Qigong move. You're going to inhale, lifting up with your thumb and your forefinger. This is called picking up a feather and letting it go. Flatten the palm on the exhale. See, like you just almost painted that vision with your peripheral vision and your movement of the thumb and the forefinger, and flatten the palm coming back. Now there's a bit of a weight shift here. You're bending your front knee, you're straightening the back, you're on your back toe almost, and that's picking up a feather and letting it go. So that's good. We just did 2 or 3 of those. Let's go to the other side. Now I like to use rider on horse position because that's a typical position that comes from Qigong. And it also comes to be very important for weight shifting. Coming over here, my feet are in a V, but the toes are kind of moving this direction, right? Not completely over to where the thumb and the forefinger are, but enough to make me feel grounded there. I'm bending that front knee, I'm straightening the back without locking the knee. Now I'm going to come down the wall, exhale. Picking up a feather, letting it go. It feels great. You can feel that you're getting your whole body coordinated here, which is why I love Qigong. Bending the front knee, straightening the back leg, still on my back toe. You can make up little songs about that if you like. Good. And now the opposite direction. Okay, here we go. Over here. 2. We'll just do another one here. This one. Good. We have not done yet heaven and earth, and that's really important. So heaven is another move where we really stretch out and up. So inhale and push this arm up to the sky. And you'll notice that this palm flattens up there. And then this palm, you inhale and push it down. Exhale. You can use the wish you. I like that best for not going wish you, but like that. Okay. And that upper arm is looking towards the left. And the bottom arm is with the fingers is looking to the left. Good. Now you're going to switch so that the other hand, your left hand comes up, your right hand comes down, and you're facing that direction towards your right. Heaven. Oh, and you have to straighten both arms. Heaven and earth. Inhale, center. Heaven and earth. It's a little bit like the Statue of Liberty. Heaven and earth. She's standing there. Give me you're tired, you're poor. You all know that image. Good. It's a call for freedom. And we want freedom in the body too. Okay, here we go. One more. Freedom in the body. Freedom in the body. Heaven and earth. Good. Shake it out. Shake it out from your ankles, your knees, your upper body. Let it go. Okay, we're going to come now to knocking at the gates. This is from Tai Chi Chuan. It's a typical Tai Chi Chuan warm-up. And I like to add that we're going to slide so that we're keeping the toe, the knee, and the hip together. We're going to slide and release the heel. Okay, and we start with the abdomen. Knocking at the gates of the abdomen and all the way to the backside. Sliding across on the balls of the feet. If you don't slide, you're apt to torque either your ankle, your knee, or your hip. I don't know if you can torque the hip, but you might be able to. And you want to keep everything together so that when you move, it's just easy. So knocking at the gates is a great warm-up for this. Looks like this in back. Okay, good. We're going to come now to that was the abdomen. This is the center part here, which is the kidney area. And you're coming just to the lower back. And in the front, the effect of the forearm is on the front body. So it's all connected. You don't have to go all the way around, but the purpose of being able to slide on your foot is that you can release your heel. Good. Now come up to the lung points here. Here you might want to just be tapping. I have my students do Tarzan. Ah, and then Tarzan on steroids. Ah, you want to come up to your head voice? Why not? You want to connect everything, even your voice. Good. Now we're going to tap down. Be careful on this. You've got space here between your hips here and your rib cage here. There's a big space you can create there. If you bring your thumbs, I'm bringing my thumb today underneath the rib cage and my forefinger right on the hip so that I have space there. And I'm going to inhale, lengthen through the spine, bend my knees, fold forward from the hips, and now round, let go. This is for the fountain. It's a Qigong move. Inhale back up. Backs of the palms are together, open. You might want to inhale and say, aha, aha. Now lengthen first, fold forward from the hips, and now round the back and let go. Make sure you bend the knees. Inhale up slowly. Open, slight back bend, upper spine. Now you're going to round forward. So lengthen, release, and go. And actually, if you use your core, this becomes quite a bit easier. So let's do washu, washu coming down. Inhale, washu. Because that will use your core. That brings the abs in, and then that allows you to bend. Inhale back up. Washu. Washu. And now tap, bend your knees, make sure they're bent already, but if they're not, bend them now. And you're going to open the legs and then come up on the inside, tapping. And then on the outside, tapping. Tapping brings the chi to the skin and the fascia, the blood vessels. Don't hit yourself too hard. Don't forget to give yourself space before you bend over and then release. You're coming the inside and the outside of the legs. And now we're going to come up the body, come down this arm, tapping. Only if you've had injuries, avoid certain areas, okay? So this brings chi to the body, the skin, and we really want as much chi as we can get, right? As much inner intrinsic energy that we can build, the better for us in our lives. Going down the outside, coming back up the inside. And now we'll come down, bringing some energy into those arms on the top and letting go of any negative energy here. And then the inside of the other arm, outside, inside. There's no real rules for how you do all this, but you can develop your own if you want. So now we're on the outside of the other arm on the top, and now we're on the inside of it. And inhale and sink it down. Very nice. Okay. We've done the circling of the upper body here. We should do the circling of the head. We did a little bit of shoulder work here with this and with this, right? Now we're going to work with the head, okay? So bring your palms behind you to make sure those shoulders don't come up on you. That actually, by bringing those fingers together like this and back, and bringing your shoulders back and down, enables you to do a head roll that's really quite easy. Well, maybe not easy. Okay, so you're going to bring your chin towards your chest. Inhale. I'm not going to be mirroring this. I'm just going to say it my way. Okay, I'm going to inhale my left ear to my left shoulder here, and then inhale my right ear to my right shoulder. So you do that for yourself. And do 3 rolls at the head. moving from right to left. Make sure you breathe. Good. Now, when you come back to center, inhale. Take a couple of deep breaths. Chin to chest. And now you're going to bring your right ear to your right shoulder and go around. Inhale. And exhale back to the other side. And if your body doesn't want to do this, you can make it smaller by imagining that you have a dog collar. And then you're just moving the chin around, down and up. So there's lots of ways to do it. I like the yoga way because I feel more protected with my shoulders if I hold the shoulders back. And then I can go farther with my roll. To my right, and then to my left. So you'll have to develop all your own stuff that works for you. Use all the modalities that you know and expand those modalities because this is all about lifelong learning. We're seniors. We keep learning. Study with other people. Good. Okay, there's your circles of the head. And now we did the shoulders already, but let's bring the fingers right up here inside of the shoulder blades. Coming around right inside, touching there. If you can do that, that's great. And coming, that was forward, up, back, and down. We're going to go back, up, forward, and down. We did the other one about 4 times, so we're going to go. I like to equalize my numbers if I can, or as close as I can. Good. Now you're going to bring the elbows close to the body and circle, but you're really not touching the elbows into the body. You're moving your forearms and your wrists together. And we'll go back with those rolls of the wrists with the forearms. It all works together. Nothing is really isolated in the body. You want to achieve relaxation of the joints. Okay, now we're going to bring this into the hips, forward, to your right, to back, to your left. I'm mirroring you now. Forward, side, back, side. Forward, good. Now we're going to go forward with your tummy, and we're going to go to your left, back, right, and around. You want both. This is working on both circles, clockwise, and this is counterclockwise now. We started with our left, back, right, forward. Right there. And now we're going to go forward, right, back, left. Ready? That's clockwise for you. Now you want good facility in there, and you want to have space between your rib cage and your hip bones. So you might want to work on that. I always have to work on that. Okay, now you're going to bring your knees together. Fold forward from the hips, flat back. Take hold of your knees, bend them now. And you're going to come around forward, right, back, left. I am mirroring you at the moment. So that's your right, here's your back, here's your left, and that's clockwise. When we come back to center, whenever you get there, we're going to go forward, and then you're going to go to the left, back, and right, and that'll be counterclockwise. Ready? Knees. Hold on to them with your fingers. I call this monster hands. It's like you've got open fingers, rounded palm, and there's a sense of kind of monster hands here. And now you're going to slide down with your 2 fingers that are next to your thumb. So your index finger and your third finger, slide down the shins, open the legs, and come up. Inhale. And now we'll just see how things work. Normally, after all that warm up, you're pretty straight in the spine. And you want to feel that there's a string that pulls you up towards heaven and that you're very centered through the earth through this rider on horse position. And then basically by that time, it takes me a while anyway, by that time you're ready to start Tai Chi Chi, 19 movements and one pose. So have your water nearby, go take a drink, and we'll start our Tai Chi Chi. Slowly move. We're moving into slowness, circularity, moving from the center, and everything will come together, we hope, with Tai Chi Chi. 19 movements and one pose. Make it slow. Rocking motion. A moving meditation that starts with a forward, back, up, down weight shift. Last one. Bird flaps its wings. Resting on globes of energy in resistance to gravity. Rider on horse position. Shifting to the right to bring your left forward around the platter in chest high water. 9 times on a side. Inhale. Exhale. Expansion and contraction from the abdomen. Last one on your left side. Sink it into the earth. Rest on globes of energy. Shift towards the left. Release your right. Around the platter in chest high water. Enjoy it. It's a moving meditation, so we're moving towards joy. Connect mind, body, and spirit. Last one on your right. Double ground it. Bring it to your heart. Inhale and sink it down. Bring it to your head. Lengthen the spine and sink it down. Shift towards your right. Bring your left forward. Around the platter variation, picking up a ball of energy at your left shoulder and sinking it opposite your heart. Breathing in, breathing out. Expansion, contraction. Last one, left side. Inhale. Give yourself some space here so that you don't draw yourself too forward. Exhale down. Shift to the left. Release your right. Around the platter variation, right side. Inhale here and then sink it down and shift back. Shifting forward, shifting back. Feel yourself come through the center point where you're gliding. And then lift your toe in front. And then lift your heel in back. Connect it all. Three more on your right side. Notice the slowness, the moving from the center body, and the sense of mind, body, spirit connected. Your mind, your heart, your abdomen, all part of that. Shifting towards your right, bring your left forward. For bass drum, be sure your back heel is in a 45-degree angle to your front leg. And be sure that your front leg is in a good position for you, connecting the ankle, the knee, and the hip as you move forward on your forward shift and back on your back shift. And the chi begins to build as you inhale here, bringing the forward body and then coming back to the back body. 4 more. And 1 more here. Bring the leg back in, rider and horse position, feet in a V. Inhale. Sink. Shift towards your left to bring the right heel forward. Good. Bass drum. Keep the spine long. Feel the palms, how relaxed they are, how the wrists relax, how the fingers relax. You can move the fingers for a moment to feel that. The palm is rounded and the fingers, a little opening between them. That increases your chi. Bring the right foot back in. Inhale, sink it down. Bass drum comes to a graceful conclusion. Shifting towards your right, bring your left forward and your palms open here. Daughter on the mountaintop. As you come forward, the left hand will come behind, your left hand and mine, behind your right, and come all the way down the center of the chest, or your central meridian, all the way down to your abdomen, exhaling there, and then you release. And inhale. Slowness is difficult for a lot of people, so really have patience with your body as you learn how to be slow, circular, and moving through the center, the essence of Qigong and Tai Chi put together in Tai Chi Chih, a moving meditation. One more on your left side of Daughter on the mountaintop. Inhale here, sink it down slowly. Shift towards your left, bring your right heel forward for Daughter on the mountaintop. Notice how your back foot is at a 45-degree angle to your front leg. Stand tall. Feel the crown of your head pulled up by a string, and use the center of your forehead as your drishti point of focus. That will keep your head from moving down and putting weight over your knee. Two more. Last one. Daughter on the mountaintop comes to a graceful conclusion, and we shift to the right to bring the left forward for Daughter in the valley. Starting on top of the mountains that we just climbed up. Exhale down. Inhale up slowly, creating chi between the palms by that inhale here, and then releasing it. Release. Breathe in. When you come back, feel the exhale. Three more on your left side. Of Daughter in the valley. It comes to a graceful conclusion briefly, and then we start shifting towards the left to bring the right heel forward for Daughter in the valley on the right side. Stay long in your body. Feel its length. Let the breath happen for you, inhaling forward, exhaling back. Three more. Last one of Daughter in the Valley. Coming back, inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling all the way up, slight back bend, upper spine. Exhale slowly down, relaxation response. Rest on globes of energy. And we move towards your right to start. Carry the ball to the side. Keep it slow. Feet in a V. Sinking down, winding up towards the right to bring the left heel out to the side there, and then move left. 3 times, moving from the hips all the way up. Sink. Now the knees are slightly bent, right? Wind up right. You're going to move left again. Now bring in your right foot. Wind up. And last one to your left. Notice how you always wind up to the right first doing this, okay? When you want to move left, you wind up right. Now I want to move right, so I'm going to wind up left. 3 times 3. 9 is the noble Chinese number. Inhale here. Sink it down. Keep the pelvis underneath your upper body. And last one, winding up to the left to move right. Good. Let's move now to the left. You're going to wind it to the right. And we'll move. Here we go. Just so you could see my feet. I moved back a bit. Notice how relaxed your wrists and hands are, and also even the rest of the body, the hips connected to the upper body from all those beautiful hip rolls we did. Inhale, sink it down. Good. I'd like to do this again because I think I won't talk this time, okay? Bringing out your right heel, let's go. Last one. We'll end here. We're going to go now to push, pull. Exhale down. You're going to push with the heel of the hand. First shift to your right, and you'll be making a circle down and then up with the fingers and then back to your heart. Inhale. Shifting forward and back. Bring the left foot back. Inhale. Sink it down. Push, pull, or also called giving and receiving energy. Now on your right side. Feel the circle, the heel of the hand, then the fingers coming up, and then the energy coming back to you on the inhale. Two more. Last one of push, pull. Always followed by pulling in the energy from the farthest star in the universe. Shift to the right, bring the left forward. Fingertips are up. 9 times each side. Ready? Inhale. Exhale back. Keep the body strong and long, and the crown of the head, the back of the head pulled up by a string from the heavens. Inhale from the heart. Exhale back. Pull that energy in, and as you do, add a visualization. What would you want from the farthest star? Peace, joy, love, generosity, community, our ideas. Last one on your left. Pulling in the energy from the farthest star, shift to the left to bring the right heel forward. The choices are yours. Bring in that energy. Take it into your body. From the farthest star, a gift of the imagination. Two more. And one final, really slow one of pulling in the energy from the most distant star in the universe. Inhale, just sink it down and rest on globes of energy in resistance to gravity. Basic taffy is next. Bring the left hand under the right elbow and move it across. Stay strong and long. Two more of basic taffy, feeling the stickiness between the palms or heavy air as the palms cross with the weight shift. Sink it down. Anchor taffy is next. You're going to anchor your right hip while the left leg comes forward with taffy. Open the hips. Inhale, sink it down and draw it towards your left. Your left hand underneath the right elbow is your invite hand. It invites you to the left. So think about that. Right hand. The left hip is now the anchor. And you're going to move to the right. And it keeps switching. Feel the hips open. Feel that underneath hand really take charge here. It's the invite hand to the right. Feel that. And now the left hand, of course, is taking charge, and it's going to move you back here to the left. Let's do one more cycle of anchor taffy. Underneath hand, inviting you to the right. Underneath hand, inviting you to the left. Bring the anchor in and double ground it. Bring it to your heart and exhale it down to your abdomen. Bring it to the head, your third dantian, and all the way through the other two energy centers, the heart and then the abdomen. Circles taffy is next. Feet are in a V. Sink it down. Ready? Feet are in a V. The knees will bend a little bit here, sinking and rising. Sink. 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 Left hand under, move it to the left. Bring the foot in. Sink. Inhale, sink. Set. That would be an exhale. Sink, and then bring it to your right, really slowly, and sink. And last one of circles taffy. Perpetual motion taffy is our last variation here. We started with basic, then we moved into anchor, circles, and now we have our third variation, which is perpetual motion taffy with heel step. Bring the knee up and drop the heel down. Flex the foot. Add your heart protector move if you like to by coming down this middle of the arm there without touching it. Your choice. Perpetual motion taffy Once again, the underneath hand is your invite hand, inviting you to the left or inviting you to the right, and the heel step all follows that. And now we'll bring it back to the left. Inhale, sink it down. Rest on globes of energy. Working the pulley is next. We finished all three variations of the tafis. And now you start with your left hand, and your right hand will be underneath the hip. Shift towards the right to bring the left heel forward, a diagonal cross. Slide on the back ball of the foot, slide on the front heel. It's a shift forward and back, but a smaller one than usual, so that you can negotiate all this. Sliding on your front heel now, sliding on the back ball of the foot there, and now pull that hip back. Here's your exhale. Here's your inhale of that hip, and that causes the diagonal cross. Very good. Bring that foot back in. Exhale. Now you're going to bring your other leg forward, your right heel. Shift to the left first. Bring the heel forward. And this will be the exhale forward here and the inhale back of that hip. And that will cause the diagonal cross. Ready? Slide on the back ball of the foot. Slide on the front heel to negotiate your diagonal cross. Remain with length in the body. Very important that you don't bow forward here over that knee. Because our heads weigh more than 35 pounds in most cases. So you don't want to bring that big bowling ball over your knee. Stand tall. Last one on your right side of working the pulley, which brings us into our next move, which has our feet in a V, and your knees will be going like that. Okay, this is light at the top of the head, followed by light at the temple. Sink and rise. Circle the palms over the crown of the head. Hold the palms. Inhale. Breathe. This is your light, light of thought, speech, and action. Sink and rise and let it go. Out into the world and back to your own heart with your left hand on top, the heart hand. Sink it down on the exhale. Bring it up to the temples, light at the temple. Feet in a V, sink and rise. Circle the energy of yin and yang, all the opposites. Hold it there. at your temple. Sink and rise and let it go. Out into the world and back to your own heart with your left hand on top. Inhale. Sink it down. Coming to our last moves here, this one is passing clouds. All things change. Brush the elbow and you'll feel a figure 8 there as the palms move in the center in an imaginary line. The figure 8 is our lifelong learning, health, long life, and service to others. Infinity symbol. Western and Eastern medicine united here by this beautiful symbol of figure 8. And this is just simply passing clouds, but it's there. It's locked in there. Good. Coming back to center, preparing for our final moves, which are the 6 healing sounds. And the sounds are these. Your left hand, your left foot will be whole. Whole. Same foot. This is for who? This is the spleen. Who, or your digestion. And now you come for your liver, you want to come across, and it's tsu, ho, hu, tsu, tsu. Then you want to bring your right foot forward and your right hand. Sh for the lungs. Shi for the triple heater, both hands. Shi. And then this is for the kidneys. Chui, chui. Okay, here we go. I'm going to say them out loud because you won't hear them otherwise. Ready? Ho. Hu. Tsu. Sh. Shi. Chui. Right foot. Sh. Ready? Coming back. Starting again. Ho. Hu. Tsu. Sh. Shi. Chui. That's for the kidneys. Ho. Hu. Tsu. Sh. Shi. Chui. Last set of 5 for the kidneys. Ho. Hu. Tsu. Sh. Shi. Chui. Figure 8. Chui. Heel step. Chui. 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 Celebrating the yin and yang, all the opposites, and bringing your left heel to your right ankle bone for cosmic consciousness pose. Lengthen through the spine. Bring your left hand closer to the heart. Open the elbows. Stay grounded. And count 30 seconds. Looking over the window of eternity and through it with gratitude to thousands of teachers of Tai Chi and all the elements of Qigong that Tai Chi Chih has here. Thousands of years, 6 centuries of Tai Chi of many types, and Tai Chi Chih, 1974. The work of Wen-Shan Huan, Justin Stone's teacher, and Justin Stone's amazing Tai Chi Chih, which grounds us all, or could, if we did it every day. Inhale. And have a wonderful week. Thank you for coming.